Today we're going to talk about many people's favorite dinosaur, and to set the mood, we're putting up my Spinosaurus poster because yes, we're going to discuss the Spinosaurus. Done. With the scientific name Spinosaurus aegyptiacus, which I have no idea if I pronounced correctly, sorry about that, it means spine lizard from Egypt. It has the weirdest fandom I've ever seen in my life. Every month, scientists come out with a new update saying that the dinosaur we love is trash. That's how it was 20 years ago, that's how it'll be in 5 years, but it doesn't matter, we still love it. This beauty lived in North Africa, around Egypt and Morocco. Those kinds of places relatively recently, about 93 to 99 million years ago, in the late Cretaceous. So, well yes, it's been quite a while. It weighed 7 tons, it could reach. Everything about the Spinosaurus is going to be controversial, but right now we're saying it was about 14 or 15 meters long, more or less. And of course it lived on the shores of bodies of water, which is where it hunted, because its main diet was fish, it was piscivorous. By the way, while we're at it, I'll show this figure from the brand Peniso that I have, and I'll do a review of it, right? By the way, this guy is called Essien, I didn't name him. The brand gives names to the dinosaurs depending on where the fossils are found. And well, I guess it's an Egyptian name. Let me know in the comments if you're from Egypt. I'm not sure why you'd watch this, since you speak Arabic there, right? No, I have no idea. I'm ignorant in that regard. Sorry about that. I know about dinosaurs and animals, but not about the people of Egypt. Anyway. This figure is interesting. It measures. It has a scale of 1 to 50. Normally figures are 1 to 35, like the ones I have up here. But well, oh well, it's a bit smaller than I'd like. It's like having the baby of the Spinosaurus. That's fine. The most notable thing about the figure is that it already has an updated tail. It doesn't have it like a lizard, but rather like a flattened lizard, shaped like a paddle, to actively propel itself. Yes, this figure is scientifically updated. There's a newer version at a 1 to 35 scale. But well, that's how it is. Still, there are quite a few details that make it clear this figure shows that this predator was semi-aquatic, for example. The long, slender jaw with conical teeth for catching fish, since these, as I said, were piscivorous. Its nostrils are high up on the snout, which allowed it to just stick out a small part of its nose to breathe instead of coming out completely and causing a commotion, right? Compared to other theropods, this guy had pretty short legs, which also gives us a clue that he didn't hunt much on land and that he wasn't built for running, but rather was adapted for an amphibious lifestyle. Now this brings us to the most controversial topic in the whole wide world. Was it bipedal or quadrupedal? And the answer is, oh, I don't know. I don't want to complicate things, man. Honestly, it's the most debated and controversial topic, and it changes every year. It's more controversial than any religious topic, abortion, politics, and whether cereal counts as soup, all combined. Right now, I think it's bipedal. But in a few years, don't worry. If you're on Team Quadruped, it'll be that in a few years. So just relax. Anyway, let's move on to its dorsal sail, which we still don't really know what the heck it was for. Of course, there are many theories, including temperature regulation, stability while swimming, sexual display, and intimidation. And one of the most accepted is the storage of energy in the form of adipose tissue, in other words, fat. Finally, I want you to pay a little attention to the claws, which can reach up to 30 centimeters. 3, 0 fear, I hope you go watch WrestleMania, it's tomorrow. I hope Penta wins the Intercontinental Championship, or at least Dominic, right? But anyway, 0 fear, 30 centimeters to catch its prey, and well, what a beast, right? And even though you obviously can't see it, in a 2020 study I was reading, it was discovered that this beauty has denser bones than normal. For many things, right? It's believed to be for sinking, to support the heavy body of the beast. But well, who knows, right? To wrap up, its remains have been found in river areas, fluvial zones in North Africa, as I already mentioned, along with fossils of giant fish, which also gives us another clue and another piece of evidence that this guy was semi-aquatic. And as a fun fact, this is a story that a lot of people tell. If you're from the world of paleontology, but if you're not, well, it's a new fact, right? In 1912, the first fossils, the first remains, were discovered in Egypt. They were sent to Germany, and in 1944, during World War II, they were bombed by, well, as the name suggests, a bomber. So it lasted more than 93 million years buried, but it lasted about 30 under human care. So? Alright, if you know anything else about Spinosaurus, let me know in the comments. And as I always say, remember to follow me and love nature. Thank you.